It's been a while since we've had an update. A lot's happened. Jeff is on the road, and it was not long after we last saw him. However, it was a long gap while we were getting the house ready. Finally found someone who was happy to do the belt and everything, which has just been done, and we are now driving, or I am anyway, Jeff around on a daily basis. And as a car, he is absolutely fine. There is no problems at all. Everything is very smooth. We'll do a quick start up so you can hear what he sounds like. Got the dash, lights on, and that is a very happy sounding car, quite honestly. No problems at all there. So, as you can see inside, the reason we've gone for Jeff is just how clean he is. And now I've driven him, I can say a couple of other things. We're going to have, let's call it a road test. My brother is borrowing the car after he needs a bit of work on his, and he's down to one car for the two of them. So since we kind of have Jeff as a spare at the minute, he's going to have him for a couple of days, and I will expect some opinions. But I will outline some of my thoughts. Firstly, it's not that slow. It's slow. Obviously it's slow. It's about 50 horsepower. But it's very low geared, I would say. And you can sort of pop through the gears, and even in fifth, it still kind of kicks forward if you put it down. Well, not quickly, but every gear feels like, you know, it's got a bit of go. And it's a very tight gearbox. I've heard people say the 205s are a bit sort of vague, but actually this is a very good gearbox. Throttle response is very instant as well. So it all just feels very visceral, for want of a pretentious word. But steering's the same, it's all very quick. I might look at the tyre pressures, because about 45 degrees of turn is really smooth, and it really weights up about 90 at slow speed. I think maybe I'll just put a bit more pressure in the tyres, see if that helps a bit. But if they're already on the limit, that's fine. It's just when you start getting quicker that you'll notice it's the way it goes. But I mean, it's got no power steering, so it's going to do that anyway. You're going to get a bit of that. You get the niggles and things. It feels light when you get, you know, to 70. You feel it moving slightly. You're going to expect that. The side lights, like a lot of cars I've owned, it doesn't warn you that you've left your side lights on, so you always check. But having, as I say, had cars like that, that's something I tend to check anyway. What else we got? At some point I'm going to have to get the front brakes sorted. They're not bad, they've just got a few grooves in the discs. But it still stops fine, there's no problems there. The lights are really bright as well, so it's not old-fashioned in those respects. What is annoying is how much lower it is in other cars. When I first drove it and thought someone else behind me had high beam on, it's because I'm so low down that all of this, you know, Nissan Jukes and that sort of sized car, their headlights are coming right through into the car. Warmth, there's so much glass, so it feels warm when there's a bit of sun. It's not like a car that's enclosed and I've got the sunroof and I've got a ton of glass. You get the heat from the sun in, it feels warm, and often I quite like driving the window down. Being used to diesels, they're not the, you know, you get the heat pretty quickly in the petrol. You warm through, your feet are warm, and you can open the window and have a bit of fresh air in. It's just nice to drive. It's my sort of, it just feels like everything is in the right place. The clutch is very high. Takes used to slow speed driving, high clutch. But beyond that, that's most of the things really. I don't think there's much else I'm going to say at this point. We'll see some driving at some point, I'm sure, but at the minute, as I say, you can have a second road test video from someone else and see if they agree in any way with what I'm saying. But I'm very pleased that we're finally getting to drive him. It's been a while, we've had issues with all sorts of stuff, prices of insurance, and thinking, are we even going to keep him that long? But now we've happily got him on the road. I think, you know, he's going to be driven for a good while. We'll keep kind of fixing things up as and when, getting things, making it look better, making it run better, and we'll carry on from there.